I'm really not feeling it today, but I think I'm gonna make this an experiment to just say whatever comes to mind. There's a couple of things, like there's actually a lot of things that I could be talking about, but my mind is kind of a mess right now. One thing is, you will never be good enough, but in a good way. Today I was reflecting about how I have certain anxious thoughts around rejection. Um, and on one side, like, I don't care at all. Like, and I know that I don't care because I know when something is actually important to me, then I don't care. I'm just gonna do it, even though I have whatever anxieties. It's kind of same as with these videos. Like, I'm not really comfortable making videos. But yeah, I just decided to make them because I'm convinced now that, yeah, it's basically something I want to do. That's another point. Like when you have conviction, that's all you really need. Like you never really needed to feel good enough or um yeah, you never needed any whatever qualities that you think you need. You just need conviction. You just need like the determination. And what I mean by that really is you need to kind of know in your heart that okay, this is what I want, and then nothing will stop you if you have that. If you just know what you want, then you it's really irrelevant if you feel bad or if you feel like you're not good enough or whatever. You're just gonna go for it. That's been my experience. Like everything that I really knew that I wanted, I just went after it. There's and the funny thing is, even though I suffered through the process, it was kind of like never that type of misery. It was always just, yeah, okay, it is what it is. This is rough, and you feel really down and really frustrated, but at the same time, it's kind of an enjoyable process, even though it's really hard. And this should be super encouraging, actually, because if conviction is all you really need for anything, then that means that if you're not doing something, it's just because you don't want to. I mean, I'm talking about this in a lot of my videos, really. I'm constantly kind of pointing out that, hey, if you are actually not doing something that you think you want to do, it's just because you don't really want to. But sadly, like those videos that I post titled things like you're not changing because you don't want to, they're not really getting a lot of views. I think it might have something to do with the wording. I have to change it from, I think I have to change the title from you're not changing because you don't want to you're not changing because you don't actually want to. Yeah, because I feel like people might be like taking it the wrong way when they see it on their feed, and like they just see the message like, oh, you're not changing because you don't want to. Maybe they will take it like, okay, this guy is gonna tell me that I don't want it enough. And that's something that people have heard enough of, like, oh, you gotta want it more. You gotta be more, uh, you know, you gotta be hungry. This kind of bullshit. Nah, if you don't want it, then you don't want it, period. And that's like another funny thing is like people are afraid of not wanting something. Isn't that crazy? Like, I'm speaking from my own experience. I know these things, everything that I talk about, I know it because I've been there, obviously. But I also know that so many other people are there right now, and you know, like a lot of people never come out of it. But think about it really, like um, the freedom that you really want is to just get to do what you want every day, all the time, right? But then you don't allow yourself to just do what you want. Why? Because you are afraid that you will not get what you want. How silly is that? Like, if you don't want it, then you don't want it, period. So what is there to be afraid of, really? It's so silly. Yeah, we're brainwashed from all this hustle culture and what have you. All the people saying that, oh, you're nothing if you're not successful, if you don't have X, Y, and Z. You're a loser if you just have a normal life. Where, like, at the same time, if there weren't people who are just working normal jobs, those people who are also successful, they wouldn't be anything either. Like, they couldn't enjoy any of the services that people who are working these normal jobs are providing for them. Like, there would be no infrastructure without the diversity of people and the diversity of what people want in their priorities, right? Like I'm pointing out in my other videos, if you shit on people because you think they're beneath you, you're just gonna shit on yourself, because at the end of the day, you are gonna be judging yourself the same way that you judge other people, whether you want to or not. People who are judging others that are, like, let's say, people who judge others as losers because of certain life circumstances that they chose, they are gonna judge themselves in that same way inevitably. And that's why religion is talking about repentance. You gotta repent for your wrongdoings, which is really just you don't even need a God to judge you, because you're already judging yourself. And unless you repent on those old ways, you're always gonna be running from your own judgment. Because as long as you're judging other people for certain things, and you're gonna be judging yourself in the same way, you're gonna be running away from that, and you cannot let yourself relax. Because as soon as you give yourself the freedom to be that, if that's what you want, yeah, you're gonna get that judgment from yourself. You don't even need a God to judge you. To make it really clear what I mean, because you might think, oh, why would I want to be those things that I'm judging other people for? Obviously, I don't want to be those things. I don't want to be stupid. I don't want to be this and that, right? Stupidity is a good example. The freedom to be stupid. Like, if you are judging other people for being stupid, then you cannot allow yourself to do anything that you would think of as stupid. So at the beginning, every time when you're learning something, you're gonna be quote unquote stupid, right? Like, you're gonna make silly mistakes that are obvious to somebody who has like any amount of expertise or knowledge about that area. But now, since you are judging people and therefore you have the same standard for yourself, you don't want to be the type of person that you judge, you cannot allow yourself to do anything stupid. So you don't have the freedom to go out and really just be yourself and be free. So you cannot progress, unless you let go of judgment. That's how it works. And this kind of leads back to the idea of being good enough, or like that you are never good enough. Like, good enough by whose standard? There's just certain people who will reject you no matter what. And really, it doesn't matter if people reject you. It just matters if you are rejecting yourself, right? Because what do you really care about the rejection? You just care because you think you're not gonna get what you want. But really, you don't want those people who are rejecting you. You're never gonna be good enough for the people who reject you. And why would you even want to be good enough for them? Like, it's actually kind of disgusting if you think about it, right? Trying to make it right for somebody who thinks they're like, I don't know, you have something to prove to them or something. Yeah. Yeah, so what does it really matter? The only thing that really matters is what you think about yourself, and that will determine what you do and what you don't do. And so yeah, that's basically the whole gist of it, right? Honestly, I'm sorry that these videos are like really disorganized and stuff. I'm just working on that, and like I want to make it better, but I'm I don't really enjoy, like I'm a kind of flow type of person. I don't really like to be very like strict and planned out and everything. I just like to flow. That's just me. But if you've watched until here, and thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if it helped you at all, and if you have any questions that you think I can help you with, then leave them in the comments. I always read them. Other than that, take care and see you next time. Bye bye.